Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. It's Amber here at the B channel, where my mission is to bless, edify, and encourage you guys to live your best lives. Um, Today, I'm going to do a video that was requested by a good friend of mine, Sabby. Shout out to Sabrina. And she was requesting that I do a video on an ideal grocery list for dieting. But we're going to change that language a bit and say a lifestyle change, because for me, diets have never worked because I don't stick to them. As evidenced by this past week, y'all, me and Sugar, we do not get along. I know it makes me anxious, but sometimes you do stuff and you know you shouldn't. Haven't we all been there? Like, you just eat cookies and you know it's just not going to help you, because my sleep was all types of broken up from that caffeine rush from that chocolate. So that just wasn't for, it's not the best thing for me, y'all, and I know that. But anyway, as usual, remember you can find me on Twitter at bchannel27, bchannel28.blogspot.com on my blogger website. You can find me on Anchor at bchannel as well, and Pinterest at bchannel. And my first item on the list would be to, if you want dairy, to go with coconut milk or oat milk. Now, to me, coconut milk can be a little bit on the salty side at times, so I pretty much been going with oat milk, like unsweetened oat milk. I like Planet oat milk, and Quaker oat milk, and Silk coconut milk, and even the 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 creamer, the coconut milk creamer is awesome, y'all. If y'all want to put it in your oatmeal, it's amazing. So think about that as well. And I would use that milk for smoothies, cereal, or baking. And the next thing I would suggest is that definitely you want to keep your fridge stocked up with some fresh fruit, like apples and bananas are my favorite, but whatever floats your boat. And I've been trying, y'all, but struggling with this low glycemic thing as far as the berries, the oranges. Eating the berries and the oranges more than the apples and the bananas and things of that nature, because of low glycemic and ketogenic. It's basically like the same diet, y'all. Like, if you eat low glycemic, that means that you try not to spike your sugar. Ketogenic is like you're not trying to spike your sugar at all. You're just doing you're doing no carbs, or only vegetables for carbs, certain vegetables and fruit for carbs, but you're not doing like sweet processed carbs. So anyway, y'all, fresh fruits, keep those on hand, or frozen fruit of any kind, and you can use those for smoothies. You can use those in your oatmeal. You can make infused water, or you can make an ice cream, which is something I've been planning to do, y'all, but I have not gotten around to, because for me, I was like, ooh, I was kind of excited about the idea, like, okay, bananas and whatever milk you want, y'all. Coconut milk, oat milk, almond milk, soy milk, cashew milk, whatever milk you want. Like, I'm allergic to the other one, so I would just go with this coconut or the oat. Yeah. I would say those are definitely important to have, fresh fruit or frozen fruit, because it'll help you to like always make sure you're getting your fruit in, y'all. Excuse the sweat. I just finished this crazy workout. But also, another item that you definitely want to have on hand is fresh veggies, like grape tomatoes. They make a great snack, y'all. Or some cucumbers or baby carrots, or a combination of all three. Make yourself a little veggie tray by all means, and pop some hummus in there with that, and use that as a dip. I mean, the possibilities are really endless, and you can make all different kinds of flavors of hummus too. So, like, don't be limited by what you see in the store. And I only started making my own because I don't like the tahini that they put in the hummus. So I decided that I was going to make my own hummus and sans the tahini, because it's a sesame paste. Now, I'm not really a fan of sesame paste. So next, make sure you got the frozen veggies on standby, because that could be for an omelet. You can use that for a side, or it can be for a soup, a stew, a casserole of any kind. And also for condiments, you want to buy condiments sparingly. Make your own sauce or your dressing if you can, and utilize spices like onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, Italian seasoning, ground mustard. The idea is just to have less sugar and salt in what you're making, because that can add on calories too. And if you want some sweetness, make a dressing like with vinegar, maple syrup, and olive oil, and just, go with the flow and get creative and experiment, y'all. It's like, basically, I feel like food is a canvas, and you can just throw the ingredients is like the spices, and everything like that is the paint. So like whatever you want to do, the food is a blank canvas. Just make it your own and enjoy it. So don't feel like you have to be imprisoned by the food. Make choices that are fun, because you'll stick with it. You'll be more likely to stick with it if you make it fun and creative. For the dessert, I feel like oats can be dessert or breakfast, y'all. So don't be afraid to have that for dinner or dessert. Like make a crumble, like a peach crisp or an apple crisp, or use any fruit, y'all. Make a crisp out of it. It's like oats and brown sugar and fruit. It's like it don't get no simpler than that, really, And like butter, of course, you gonna want some butter. But they have thousands of recipes for that online, y'all. So check that out. Oof, I am like drenched, y'all. I'm telling you, that workout was crazy. But because it was like a sidebar, y'all. It's like a pyramid workout where you start out doing like 99. Now I ain't gonna lie and sit here and say I did as fast as she did or as many as she did, but it still was challenging and effective. And I appreciated the structure, because you knew that you started out high, you want to end low. So you start out doing 99 or something, but by the end you're only doing one. So start out doing 99 washing machines, and then end up doing one plank. So it gives you motivation to keep going, because you know the number is going to go down. That's why it's called a pyramid workout. So yeah, you start at the highest point and go down from there. That gets easier. So but I digress. And to continue with our grocery list, you want to make sure that you're purchasing lean protein like chicken breast, ground turkey, chicken or pork, lamb, or fish. And recently, y'all, I discovered that you can make a pizza out of chicken, like ground chicken. So I was like, I want to try that with the chicken. And I never thought of it before, but that's amazing that you can take a protein and make a pizza out of it. So think about that, you guys. And definitely with the lean protein, you can do anything. It's like the sky's the limit. With the chicken breast, chicken salad. With the pork, pulled pork, sloppy joes. Lamb, it could be lamb stew. Fish fried rice. So think about that. And then for substitutions, y'all, we want to cut down on our rice, we want to cut down on our pasta, and we want to cut down on our potatoes. So instead of rice, you want to use cauliflower, or Green Giant has a wonderful line of rice. So you can use butternut squash, you can use beets, you can use broccoli. It can be anything you want, carrots. They basically, y'all, the rice, when it comes down to this rice thing, all you got to do, if you don't want to buy that rice, chop it up. If you got a food processor, chop it up and find little diced pieces, and you have the same thing, essentially. And also, y'all, when you buy the rice, it can be bought frozen, or you can go to the produce aisle and buy the item whole and chop it up yourself and make a salad out of it. So it can be like a wonderful slaw made out of broccoli, or a slaw made out of cabbage, or you can make whatever you want in the slaw. The sky's the limit. I like jicama in the slaw personally. It's a wonderful vegetable that's a mixture of like kind of reminds me of if an apple and a potato had a baby. So yeah, it's like a nice juicy crunch to it, and it's kind of sweet, and it has a nice texture to a slaw. So yeah, so instead of rice, the cauliflower, and use veggie pasta. like the zoodles that you can buy frozen or fresh now in the produce aisle. Most places they have them packaged for you. But if you want to do it yourself, you want to buy a spiralizer and make the pasta yourself out of any vegetable that you want. Um, veggie based pasta, like I like to get the ones that say tomato and spinach, or it's one other vegetable I think, but the rotini ones, I like to get the veggie ones because you know it's going to be some like carrots, tomato or spinach in it, so that makes me feel a little bit better about eating the pasta. But or just the zoodles, like I said, the veggie pasta or veggie based pasta or whole wheat, if you must, but and for the potatoes, mashed cauliflower. People are doing amazing things with the mashed cauliflower, y'all. Like, you can make a pizza out of it. You can do, like, with cauliflower, you can make hash browns. You can make everything, a lot of things with the cauliflower. So, the sky's the limit with that as well. It's just all about your imagination and how far you're willing to go with it. Now, for your beverages, sparkling water or seltzer if you get tired of water. Add fruit, add herbs just to give it some flavor. Lemon, lime, grapefruit, orange, ginger. You can add, I put apple cider vinegar in mine, sometimes regular water, not like sparkling water, but it gives them some pizzazz. If you let the water get cold and like the sparkling water or the seltzer, it tastes amazing. Like, they have flavored ones, but sometimes I try to stay away from those because you don't really know what they're flavoring it with, so you can just flavor it yourself if you would like, with a frozen piece of fruit, and it's the same thing, y'all. Probably better. And also, I have to have my chickpeas and black beans on that list because you can make hummus with those. You can use the chickpeas as croutons in your salad, or you can just have the roasted chickpeas or the black beans for that matter in a snack. Like, make them as a roasted salty snack, and then you don't even have to put salt in them, y'all. Just garlic powder, paprika, olive oil, First, you gotta rinse all the salt off, y'all, and because they come in a can, so rinse all that salt off of them. Then you like rinse them in a colander, and then after that you dry them, like, well, let them dry out a little bit. Then you put the olive oil on them, the the garlic powder and the paprika. Sometimes I put ground mustard. I put onion powder, and they are good, y'all. You can't tell me nothing. And if you wanted to, you can make a sweet one with some cinnamon and vanilla extract. So it's the same idea, just change the spices as you see fit. It's amazing though. They're a good snack, and if you want to buy them, like B.E.E makes them a great package of those chickpeas. And I tried the hummus before with the black beans and the chickpeas. Amazing, y'all. So don't be afraid of mixing your beans, y'all. It's good. And like the cannellini is a good substitute, I feel like, or the navy beans if you're in a pinch, because it's still soft, you know. You can buy sweets and salty snacks, but buy them sparingly because it's full of carbs. And I feel like they're too addictive for me, so I gotta stay away from them. Everybody's different, so whatever floats your boat. But for me, I can't do it like that because I'll just eat them all up. And you gotta know thyself. I recently discovered that pork rinds are a low carb option, y'all. So if you must indulge, do that and buy sweets. If you're gonna buy sweets, buy in the pre-portioned packages, and the singles if possible. Like you know how they have those single slices of cake or something like that at the bakery. Buy that, or buy like a little bag of chips, or one of those variety packs where they give you the chips already pre-portioned. Do that. And if you must have the carbs, at least they're in a pre-portioned package, and just pack your lunches and for the week, and then you don't have to worry about choosing or making the wrong choice at the vending machine or whatever. You can just have everything at the ready. And my last tip is just don't expect perfection. Leave room for grace, and every day won't be perfect. And in conclusion, as a general rule, you want to shop the perimeter of the store because the inside aisles are full of processed junk. So stick to the produce and like the frozen veggies, the frozen fruit, and make it as natural as you possibly can. when you can, y'all, if it's your birthday, a special occasion, whatever, have whatever you want to have, like, especially if it's that time of the month, y'all know. If it's that time of the month, chill out and don't worry about it. Just try to give yourself grace for that time. But get back on it, y'all. Make sure you know, if fasting is your thing, make sure you're fasting. Make sure you're working out, drinking plenty of water, at least half your body weight. And just, y'all, that's basically to, like, reiterate, you know,